Hi guys, I'm Pixie. Thank you for visiting this video. In this one, I will do nothing special but just a mess to my doll. I'm joking. It would be fine, I hope, but anyway I made a big oopsie which almost ended up like a failed doll. But no worries, it would be interesting. And if you are here to chill, watch my doll experiment and you're very welcome. I'm overly pleased you picked this video. And now let's have a small talk. So, what doll experimenting are you talking about, may you ask me? Actually, despite the fact I am doll artist professionally since maybe about 2014-15, I still think that I have a hell amount tricks to learn. And as any artist out there, I like to test out my skills, try something new, and hopefully to learn something as well, or at least sharpen old gold skills out there. So in this video I'm making a face-up for a doll I never worked with, surprisingly. And it is Operetta from Monster High. I will test out my clothes patterns, which I made for sale by the way. You can check it and buy some at my Etsy shop. In this video I will make a huge mistake, like a giant for this scale, and almost destroy the doll, but spoiler alert, I think I figured this out. Enough of intro, let me tell you about this specific look I tried to create. And you know what? Sometimes you just draw something out of your head with no plans or ideas. This doll was created this way. I just look on some artist's art, catchy vibe, foxy eyes, dark hairstyle, colorful outfit, picked my pencils and started jiggling here and there. At the beginning I tried to create some Asian features look, or something like traditional Japanese dolls, which I also never tried before, and miserably failed at it. Now I see my mistake. Operetta mold has deep cut eyelid features, and to create cute Asian eyes on this was a total challenge for me. I picked basic color scheme with green, yellow, blue and red with black accents and tried to keep up with it to make balanced look. In this one I think I got there. I have to admit that painting is not my strongest skill, so exactly that's why I had to do this video with accent on painting part. To show that it is okay to have weak spots and that it is okay to make mistakes. Big or small, they are just integral in rising ourselves as an artist. Mistakes I made are uncountable at this point. And I can say every of it left a unique print on me, which helps me to avoid repeating those in every of my works. Some mistakes are just unavoidable sometimes, and that's okay as well. It can be bad mood or some materials failed you, cat walked and bite off your doll's head or wherever. It can be painful but seems like necessary. Yeah, maybe mistake I will make here is not so obvious and even maybe anticlimactic, but just keep in mind that this whole look was nearly nothing I was going for. This doll chose her own path and this road went to a total opposite direction to where I was going. Sometimes it is just like it is. I noticed that dolls like her usually happens when I try just to do something, with no preparations or premeditations about her general idea. Sometimes those dolls are just popping out. In my case, I wanted to make clothes to test my patterns, make some cute photos and put everything on sale. But then I decided something like, that would be cool to make a whole doll. I named her randomly as well, Dora. I don't know what does it mean. It is just part of my favorite anime titles, Dorohedoro, so I just plucked the first part from it to name the doll. The greatest part of this face-up so far are her eyes. Even if it is not looked like a traditional Asian doll to me, I still liked her bright eyes, edgy look and eyelashes form. Her eyebrows also went out so calm and relaxed to me, so I thought that this doll still can be outstanding girl, and actually she is. So I continued to work on her. Honestly, I was really precise and concentrated on her, and I just tried to squish everything best from this look. And I made totally beautiful outfit with red hoodie which has metallic gold pattern on it, and made baggy jeans with some polymer clad fruits sewn up to them, experimented with shoes and made some interesting options. Her outfit actually just the same as I made for a Mabi doll. You can watch it here later, but in different color scheme. It's just more simple for you guys to be able to recreate it by yourselves on any level sewing skills you have. Also Operetta doll. I don't know why it took me so long to get to her, but I think that it is not my most favorite mold. I noticed that many artists prefer flatter features on the dolls to work with, and I get it. You have more room to create something on flatter base. It is easier, because you have not so much volume on the face, which makes materials lay smoother. And actually on flat base it is possible to draw almost wherever you want. I think that in dolls it is possible to highlight how universal the doll is by how often artists actually pick the specific doll for the custom. And I see not so much Operetta's customs out there, you know, which makes me think that there are some reasons for it. I still do not regret picking this doll, I just think I wasn't ready enough for her. And she took control more than I'd wish to. Also materials. There is also a test of some new materials for me in this video, and it would be some miniature model paints. Those are like really diluted acrylics, but with more liquidy consistency and more vivid finish. I thought those would work fine for me, since I've already tried them for quite some time, but not on the dolls, but on actual miniature models. And that was my crucial mistake, which makes this mistake so precious. Beginning of the end, that what I thought exactly this moment, started when I made an attempt to add new untested material in conditions I never tried before, and it just didn't behave as I expected. With white it went nearly well. I got bright white color, but I got used to gouache so much that even here I felt like, oh damn, that wouldn't end well. Her irises became dull and almost colorless because this white was so white. So I decided to add more color to it. And this moment she knew she fucked up. It was too bold for my liking. And I convulsively started to search for some solution, which made things even worse. Sometimes it is just like that. For some time I still tried to take control on things, fix it up, but the more I tried, the more it became less appealing to me. To the point that I almost made a decision to wipe this work. Mistake is, I used these paints as I used gouache, but those just bulked in a mass of paint and it was less possible to fix the more I tried. The brush just started to move paint underneath. But never surrender. Improvise, adapt, overcome. That's how they say it, right? Oh well, now it is what it is. I actually wanted to make black irises at some point, but I never thought it would be this dull. I decided to finish this face up as soon as possible just because it is always possible to make things even worse. And now wait for a final result. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. And the question is, how are you dealing with mistakes or failed dolls? Trying to figure this out to a very last moment or drop everything in process? Let me know. And have a nice day, guys. Bye.
Please don't let me drown. Please don't let